This is a really small screen actually. Transform. Beta screen. Okay. It was a thrust like lightning. A spearhead thrust to pierce my heart. Trying to dodge it would be useless. Being lightning is invisible to the human eye. But the lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me. Clang, a beautiful sound. No, the sound before me is heavier than steel. The armor she is wearing is not beautiful at all, and as unrefined as the cold night. The sound wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually the sound of steel. It's just that the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound like a bell. I ask of you, are you my master? She asks in a voice that lights up in the darkness. I have come forth in response to your summons. From this time forward my sword shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me. Now our contract is complete. Yes, the contract has been completed. When she chose me as her master, I'm sure I swore to help her too. The moonlight still lights up the darkness, as if following the night's example. The shed again falls silent. Time has stopped. The scene lasts less than a second, but I'm sure I'll remember this scene vividly, even when I've gone to hell. The face slightly turned, the quiet green eyes, the instant becomes an eternity. The blue outfit symbolizing her sways in the wind. That me? How do I graphic? Here it is. I got blood on me. Relationships. Okay. So this one. Is this one? You have one less than everyone else. Okay. Exit menu. A faint blue light filters in. Can I? Yeah, okay. I can just right click to get back. The golden hair shines in the moonlight. Fate. Fate. I'm not gonna increase the screen for me. It's gonna be this way from now on. This is a story from 10 years ago. Is it? I'm watching someone I know very well. A tall man with deep facial features, who to my knowledge has never told a joke, is patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and smashing it around. I guess that's only to be expected. After all, that's the first time he's ever patted my head. I'll have to get going now. You know what to do now, right? I answered the deep voice with a polite yes. The man patting my head nods once, lets go and stands up. So that was it. If I'd known then that it was our final moment together, I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. I'd practiced telling jokes a lot in hopes that I could bring a smile to his grave face. I guess you could say I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them. Who's this? Put the association in your debt. By the time you mature, I'll let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Hang on a minute. Are you this one? I don't know what that name is, but I think you are this one. You have like the kind of hair, same hair thingy. Okay. Even though he said such things, I guess he was so worried. Graphic is this. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. As he was telling me all the things I didn't know yet, I realized even as a child that most likely he wouldn't be coming back. A war has started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. But the only ones at war were 7 people. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable, but here it's a different story as the ones in conflict are Meiji. The 7 Meiji, each from a different faction, have started to compete for unknown reasons and killed each other in unknown ways. The man standing before me was one of them. Magic users, okay? He too was in a position to kill or be killed. He must have known more keenly than I did that his time was near. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tosaki family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. Once more, he patted my head and laughed. That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher as well as my father. Take care, father. I see him off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. I loved him. He was a great father and a great magus. Among magi, there are only obscene people. Abstain. In the whole world, I don't think anyone had a better character than his. He taught me as a teacher and loved me as a father. That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tosaki family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. In the end, he left me those words, and as a magus and not as a father. That is why, at that moment, my path was determined. Okay? Alright, I'll do my best to be a proper magus. It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Since then, through many twists and turns, Tosaka Rin, have matured. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. That's only natural. The event I have never forgotten about is about to start. 1 of 31. Okay. Click. Alright, I need to quickly get through that section. Can I? No, that makes it disappear. Something is ringing. Ring, ring. I can't show this easily. Well, that looks pretty good. That's a nice image. A really nice image. Bring, bring, bring. Shut up, stop it. The sound doesn't stop. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy. What? Come on, I was up late last night, so... it should let me sleep in a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning, and I've used too much magical energy. In other words, my mind and my body are dead tired. Now, geez, you're really stubborn. Bing, 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 bing. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language. So why does the ringing sound like it's telling me you're going to be late? Being late is bad. Though that depends on the situation. I'm a good student, but maybe I can go to school at the last moment just for today. That's right, I set the alarm 30 minutes early, so I should be able to sleep for 30 minutes more. Huh? Isn't that strange? Set it 30 minutes early? I look at the alarm clock drowsily. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. I usually get up at 6:30, so the best 30 minutes have already been used up. Oh, why can't I think when I wake up? I stared at the alarm clock for several seconds. Shutting it off, I decided to get out of bed. Alright. Oh. Nice picture was gained. Passing through the cold hallway, I entered the cold living room. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Fuyuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter, but this morning it's as cold as any other city. I can even see my breath indoors, and on top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Heater. Turning on the heater, I head to the bathroom. At times like this, living on your own is inconvenient. If there was someone to wake me up before, the living room would be warm by now. Can't you just set it like on a timer? I don't know when this game takes place, but I'm pretty sure you should have that tech, right? Maybe. I wash my face at the sink. I brush my long hair and get ready. A cold morning, a cold sink. The only advantage is that the cold water clears your sleeplessness completely. I tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7, and I'm a bit disappointed. Man, I guess I don't have to run after all. Then again, I would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyway. It is the custom of the Tohasaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. Blue? Taking a custom Like that seriously must mean that my family originated from a very high class background indeed. What is this? Blue. Oh yeah. How do I see exit menu? Can I? Oh no, see that's not what I do. Tab? No, I can't um y uh quickly get the graphic thing. I don't think so. Um, Only this old Western style mansion is proof of that, and on top of that, the Tosaka family is a bloodline of sorcerers able to use the power of magic. If you're talking about age, our family has an ancient history. Does it now? Well, it's not something I can brag about. Actually, I can't speak openly about it at all. Oh, by the way, Tosaka Rin, I'm a magus. Who on earth can I brag, who on earth can I brag to like that? Magic is just what it sounds like, magic. I don't care if you get the ideas like abracadabra or whatever. You can just think of us as people who do strange things by casting spells. Though it's not like we fly around on broomsticks or make stars appear with a wave of a wand. Well, we could do that, but we don't bother as it's kind of meaningless. We're basically heretics who hide ourselves from the world. Hmm. We're prohibited from standing out, and even if we weren't, we would rather be at home studying magic. On top of that, the word sorcerer is completely inaccurate. To be precise, there are 5 kinds of sorcerers in the world. Things no one can do, things beyond the ability of modern science. The ones who can make miracles are called the ones called sorcerers. Miracles that can never be achieved, regardless of time or effort, those we call sorcery. Those things that are mysterious but achievable with time and effort, those we call magic. That's why what I do is magic rather than sorcery. Hmm. So sorcery is like, uh, I don't know, Shiki's eyes from Tsukihime, I guess. It's complicated, but that's how it is, so just accept it. Because it's supposed to be in the same world, right? To be honest, the modern world doesn't recognize the existence of Meiji. As we believe, control and learn things that are immeasurable, our existence is incompatible with the modern world. Because it's kind of meaningless, going to a normal school and becoming a normal adult will bring you far more happiness than studying magic. Human technology is great. In the past few hundred years, it has been leading the way ahead of magic. Nothing is impossible for humans. The miracles only once possible to magic are now tools and are not miraculous at all. Still, magic has its good points. Just as there are things only possible through science, there are also things only possible through magic. It was the master of the Tosaka family who said that if science is moving towards the future, magic is moving towards the past. Something about the past and the future ending up at the same place. Everything always running towards the 0 point. Let's put up all those difficult discussions. They should wait until we're old. Hmm. What's that circle thing? I still don't know. Um, Finishing breakfast, I grabbed my bag. Oh yeah, I should bring the pendant. I don't really want to take that thing to school, but it'd be a waste just to leave it here. This thing's 100 years old after all. It's by far the greatest jewel in the house. Hmm? What is this? Oh? Okay. No, that's an understatement. It's much stronger than that. I found this after decoding Father's will last night. It contains the equivalent of 10 years of my magical energy. There was said to be a heirloom, and this might be it. We, the Meiji of Osaka, are skilled at, at the transformation of power. We put our magical energy into jewels whenever we have free time. To put it simply, the jewels are bullets, and we are the gun. The only, the only other thing I could say I received from my father is the magical crest of the Tosaka family engraved in my left arm. In essence, this is the proof of the successor, and it's like a tattoo that condenses all the inherited magic of the Tonosaka family. It hasn't started yet, but I guess it doesn't hurt to be careful. I put the pendant, which can now be said to be my father's memento, into my pocket. What hasn't started? This is the last resort. Pretty much anything is possible with the magical energy contained in this. It's 7:30. I should get going or I'll be late for school. Okay. Another nice image. Ah, scale leg bung. The Vef Aven Aven. Veth Aren Dyer. Lockdown Code 3. I weave my words with magical energy quickly. Being a magus, I can't let my guard down when leaving my house, even though there's never been a single robber, wandering child, nor stray cat. And I don't think my neighbor has ever come to say hello either. Well, I don't really care, but not even a stray cat, what's up with that? I look up at the mansion I've grown so accustomed to over the years. Fuyuyuki is certainly a strange city with many Western-style houses on this side of town, and an area full of Japanese-style houses just beyond the intersection. I guess it's because many foreign families come to live here a long time came to live here a long time ago. But even so, I don't see many foreigners around here now. There's a foreigner cemetery in the new city across the river, but it only has the graves of the first generation of families. Maybe the sword of Japan didn't suit them. I'll go to church and ask the priest sometime. He knows a lot about boring things. Another nice image, huh? Stepping outside, I feel a certain incongruity. What's up? It's quieter than usual. It's especially quiet with no sense of the morning sound and noisiness. At 7:30, the streets should be filled with students going to school and people going to work. Well, I guess there are days like this. Perhaps everyone's slept in today. So, am I the guy and I'm playing as a girl now? I'm playing as this one, right? But so I wonder when I go back to being the guy. Perhaps everyone slept in today. It's unusually cold, so I bet everyone's still wrapped up in their warm beds. Are they? Another nice image, but But even so, it's strange that I haven't seen even one student so far. Maybe you're in a magical world. At 7:30, you can usually see people in uniform here and there, but I'm the only person at the school gates, and it looks like the clubs are just starting in their morning practice. In other words, the only explanation is, oh, Tosaka, you're up early today. Hello, first human. Wait, well, you're not the first human, but you're the first in this style. Wait, hello. As I suspected, with a small sigh I turned to the girl who addressed me. You put me in a magical mind world. Morning, it really is cold, huh? This girl speaking so frankly is, Sakuya, Ayako. She's my classmate on 2A, and there's a lot of stories about her. Good morning, Miss, Suzuri-san. Please excuse the abrupt question, but do you know what time it is? Huh? It's almost 7. Are you still asleep? She waves her hand in front of me, wandering from her right. She is one of the few friends who knows I am not a morning person. In other words, she thinks I'm not fully awake yet. I guess the clock on my house were an hour fast, after all of them. Not just my alarm clock, but the wall clock as well. Really, just what's going on here? Did father arrange all the clocks to go mad when the pendant was removed from the basement? Tosaka? Don't worry, it's nothing. Anyway, are you off to morning practice as usual? Yeah, the archery club has lots of problem students, and one good member quit, so I have to get them back to look good to attract the new freshmen in April. I see, there's always something to worry about, isn't there? I guess so. You can say that, since it's not your concern. Oh, do you want to come? The guys will love it if you come and watch. Archery club, huh? I have 3 acquaintances in the archery club. One is Ayako, the other person before me right now, and the other 2 are people I barely talk to. And for one of those 2, the word acquaintance doesn't really suffice. I became friends with Ayako because I had been watching the archery club from afar. Alright, I'll go if all I have to do is watch, and I have nothing else to do this early anyways. Great, let's go right now then. Alright. The impressive archery range is one of our school's outstanding aspects. Perhaps the director is just interested in archery, but the range is too fancy for a mere school club. Come on, there's still time before practice, so let's go in and have some tea. Happy about something, Ayako drags me in by the hand. Okay, it's a bad habit of hers. She talks like a guy when she's expressing her true feelings. Dum bum 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 bum. As Ayako said, there's no one else here. While sipping hot tea, we prepare for today's class. the tea tastes really good in the open winter environment. Well, I'll come straight to the point. How's it going? Tosaka, have you found a reliable partner yet? So, as there's no one else around, Ayako comes straight out and asks me a ridiculous question. Huh? That's a really direct way of asking. Judging from your tone of voice, you've already found yours? No comment. Going to keep it a secret until you tell me what's going on? Looking at your tired face, I feel like I'm right. Another no comment, but you've probably seen through my lies, unfortunately, not yet on my part. How about you? I assume you don't have time to take it easy either. True, but things are looking good for me. I could get one right away, but not that kind of matter, you know. Our future depends on this, so I can't just compromise. What partner? I see, so you don't want to choose hastily and lose to me. Of course not. The important part is making you lose. What I get comes second. She laughs boldly. Jeez, we really are alike. Yeah, when we first met I warned you we would have this kind of relationship. Bum bum da dum bum 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 bum. Yeah, she did indeed. I was certainly surprised when our first meeting she said we'll probably end up with a kill or be killed relationship. Or in other words, unless we go all against each other, we'll never really be friends. I agreed with her on that, and that's why we had a friend-of-foe relationship for 2 years. By the way, why are we talking about this? Who knows? Why? You're the one who started it, Tosaka. You said there's something wrong with the woman who's never having a boyfriend, so we decided to see which of us could get a boyfriend before the 3rd year. Oh yeah, just tit for tat I suppose, and did we say the loser would obey the winner for a day? Right, even kids don't make promises like that nowadays, but it's not like we're sore losers. Whatever the result, the loser will obediently follow the winner's order. Just thinking about it gets me excited. Ayako laughs. Honestly, she's so serious about this. Miss Suzuri, Ayako is such a difficult person to deal with. No, I can't wait to meet Ayako either, so neither of us are people you want to deal with. I see, but Miss Suzuri-san, it's fine to enjoy yourself, but you should take care not to get your objectives wrong. You know that's not the only point of the contest, don't you? I know, I can't call it a complete victory. Unless I beat you in a relationship you could really be jealous of. Well, that's the biggest problem for us. No matter how good a guy is, there's no point if we can't bring ourselves to love him. Ayako sighs heavily. To my knowledge, Miss Suzuri Ayako is said to hate men. Rumors are never to be trusted, however. As she suggested this match, rather than hating men, I think she just didn't have a chance. But that's aside. Hold on. What do you mean us? I'll say it right now, but I'm not cold-hearted like you. I'd have no problem loving a guy. Oh, that's a lie. Or you're fooling yourself. There's no way you would ever be concerned about a guy. You would never given one good response to any of the confessions made to you. If you had even the slightest interest, you'd think of going out with them, but you keep declining. So it must mean you're not interested in men. You're not thinking enough. Couldn't we say I'm declining because I already have someone else I like? Wow, that's a good answer. I like that, it's romantic. Ayako not seriously not making fun of me. Her side says, wouldn't it be nice if that was the case? Jeez, I really can't bring anything from her. You're right, I think so too. Well, it's exactly as she says. I know myself how cold I am. I admit it, I know nothing when it comes to love and relationships. Exactly, you're the one who said we're alike. Oh, it's almost 7. So let's leave the secret talk here. Let's leave the secret talk there. You never know when someone might walk in on us, and we should act like proper students. Well, I never knew you had such social manners like that. It was worth getting up early just to hear that. Heh? Not so much as you. My social manners are nothing compared to yours. You hide yourself so much, it almost seems like you're a different person. Ayako gives an exaggerated sigh. Both of the tears she made are now empty, and it's my turn to make it. Tease. So, why don't you join a club, Towaku? No, not Towaku, Tosaka. I won't listen to any lies about not having the athletic ability. I'm still bitter that I lost to you in all aspects last year's physical testing. Oh, but you beat me in lung capacity and also in weight. Alright, I'm 3 kilograms heavier than you. Hey, being heavy isn't something to be happy about, you fox. Ayako stamps on the table. Be careful, you might spill the tea, Suzumi-san. You're the captain, so you should take this place with care. Shut up, I'm your rival first and captain of this place second. Naturally, if there's no members around, I'll go after you. Ayako looks at me with narrowed eyes. This girl has her own sense of beauty, and she always says beautiful people have to do some kind of martial arts. She's a bold person experienced in most martial arts. She joined the archery with no experience and is now the captain as if it was only natural. She's probably one of the top 3 people in the school you should never disobey regardless of gender. Oh, isn't it a problem to claim you're not the captain if there's no members around? Of course not, I'm the captain in name only, so all I can do is keep an eye on the problem members. There are people better than me, so it's not very dignified, captivity. Really, but, Fuji, Mura-sensei says that your skills are outstanding. Ugh. Well, if you say so, that gives me some confidence. Yeah, I guess it's no good to think that about people who don't come here anymore. Yeah, if Fujiwara-sensei said that, I guess I should take being a captain more seriously. That's right, speaking of which, it's almost time for the club members to arrive, right? I'll get going, but you stay and be a good captain. What? You're not gonna stay and watch? I wouldn't understand. Watching from a distance is fine, but outsiders shouldn't be in the range, should they? Just as I arrive, someone enters the range. Hello, human. Good morning, Captain. You're not in the relationship list. Good morning, Mato. You're alone this morning? Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help. No, it's okay. If he doesn't want to come, there's no point forcing him to. Ayako addresses the club member who just entered. Well, I'll be going. See you later, Suzumi-san. Yeah, see you later, Tosaka. Thank you for coming, Tosaka-senpai. Thanks, you take care too, Sakura. Alright. I'm outside. I leave the range, trying not to interrupt them. Hello, person. Oh, Tosaka, good morning. I'm lucky to see you so early. Bad luck, I run into someone I don't want to see. Who's blue-haired guy? Good morning, Mato-kun. You're early today. Of course, as a captain, I have to come early as an example to others. Oh, you're the captain. That's what the other one's only the captain in name. This, smiling guy is Mato, Shinji of Class 2C. He's the vice captain of the archery club and the owner of the heart of half the girls in this school. So you're not the captain, you're just the vice captain. Okay. Why do you quiz have the captain then? Kind of an idol, good-looking, good grades, sociable, and kind to girls. I'm not too well informed in such areas, so I've only heard all this from my classmates. Really? I'm sorry to interrupt your good mood, but you're missing a word, Mato-kun. It's an important word, so I don't think you should forget it. I don't like you because you called yourself the captain when you're not. What do you mean missing a word? You're missing the vice part. Vice captain, you should watch out. It makes no difference whether you're the captain or the vice captain, but if you put a lot of weight on it, people might think you're concerned about it, right? Yes, you did miss the vice. Yeah. That's why I don't like you, because you should have called yourself the vice captain. You're right, I'll be careful from now on. Thank you, Tosaka. I've done nothing to earn your thanks, but I guess it doesn't matter if you think otherwise. Bidding him goodbye, I leave the range. Hold on, you came to watch, right? Then you should stay and watch. You're very welcome here. I'd rather not, I don't want to interrupt the practice. Don't worry about that. If anyone's bothering you, I'll just kick them out, so come in for a while. I'm saying I don't want to be a bother. Besides, it's not like I'm interested in archery. I don't like watching people and I don't know practicing. What? You don't have any interest in archery? Oh, so that's why you were watching us after school. I don't know what he thinks the reason was, but he's undoubtedly making a big misunderstanding. Oh, so you knew, Mato-kun. Yeah, our eyes met many times. Yours and mine. After I shot, you always You would always be looking at me, right? Wow. Okay. I wanted to call out to you, but it's rules, you know. We can't raise our voice on the range. As if happy about something, Shinichi moves in closer to me. This guy? Okay. And this guy captured half the girls' hearts on this school thingy. Okay. His smile carries a sense of superiority. I guess I misunderstood. I thought you liked archery, but you're actually not interested in this, right? So why were you watching the range? Oh, I see now. Yes, the conversation could certainly have been taken that way. Could you move away, Mateo-kun? I really don't like people coming so close to me. Tosaka, what? Honestly, it seems you don't understand. It's not my style, but I'll put in terms even you can understand. Mateo-kun, I'm saying that I have even less interest in you than in archery. Frankly, I never even knew you were in the range, and I'm not about to start looking out for you now either. What? As if I've angered him, he reaches out for me violently. I easily avoid it and turn my back on him. Goodbye, Mateo-kun. It's good to have some ego, but you shouldn't let it grow too large. Tosaka, you. He sounds like he wants to say more, but it doesn't seem like he's going to scream or come after me. Why is he so mad? Geez, he really is old show. If he was just a little bit more mature, he wouldn't be so much trouble for the people around him. I don't like this Mato guy at all. From the back of the school where the archery range is based, I enter the school building. It's past 7, but I can't see anyone in the hallway. Okay. Hello. Oh, Tosaka-san. Good morning, Oh, it's, Fujimura-sensei. Yes, good morning, Tosaka-san. I'm so happy you greeted me properly. The strange woman seems to be crying of happiness. It's hard to believe, but this person of surpassing friendliness and cheerfulness is a teacher at the school. Sensei, is there a way to greet you improperly? Of course there is. First years always greet me properly, but the older ones never greet me by my last name. You shouldn't copy their rudeness, okay? I don't really understand, but I won't be rude to you, Sensei. Good girl. Oh, I wish everyone was as good as you, Tosaka-san. Fujimura-sensei waves goodbye and leaves. Fortunately, she isn't my homeroom teacher. Fujimura-sensei teaches English. She has such a kind face, but she also has a black belt in Kendo. And I hear she was respected as the tiger of Fuyuiki in her student days. Though that's a bit strange. What if the tiger normally be feared and not respected? Apparently in a good mood, Fujimura-sensei heads for the archery range. For some reason, she's in charge of the archery club, but not the Kendo club. Right, it's almost 11:30. I can see a few students doing club activities outside, but there's no sign of anyone in the school building. But still... Hello, human. Ga, Tosaka. I bumped into someone who greets me rudely. Oh, student president, are you patrolling the school building this early in the morning? Or perhaps taking care of this, the club rooms? Not that I care, but you're certainly diligent. Huh? What are you planning? What are you doing here? You're not in any clubs. I just felt like it. I don't get up early like your family does, Ryudo-kun? Okay, Ryudo. Ryudo, that's a weird name. The student president makes an unhappy face. For some reason I seem to be his enemy. I really don't know why. Perhaps it's just because I said skip the temples, they're boring, in a meeting planned for the field trip. Let me ask you a question, Tosaka. Have you been staying at school until late at night recently? Nope. You should know I always go straight home, Ryudo-kun. Of course, this is my job, so naturally I know about everyone. I see, so you didn't even have to ask, right? I don't know why you're asking, but isn't it bad to force student council out jobs onto outsiders? You should collect the information on your own, so don't rely on an outsider like me. Idiot, how are you an outsider? Don't think I don't know how you worked your evil deeds on our treasurer, you fox. Oh, you misunderstand. I was merely working out how much each club should receive because Suzuri San asked me to. I think it's only right for students to take an interest in where the money is going. How can damaging our treasurer's psyche enough to keep him off school for a week be only right for any student? As always, I'm amazed by your way of thinking. The same to you. You should keep a watch on those under you. It's not fair to favor those non-sporting clubs. I know that. That's why I had intended to deal with the matter myself. I think you're the main character, right? This one? EC. The repairs are done, and then a guy appeared who I didn't expect to find here. Oh, sorry, Emiya. I'm the one who asked for help, but it seems like you're doing all the work, forgive me. Emiya or EC? Don't worry about it, so where's next? There's not much time left. Yeah, the AV room is next. It seems it's... So you're Emiya, okay. Yeah, the AV room is next. It seems it's been working badly for a while, but it finally died. It can't be fixed if it's dead. It would be quicker to just buy a new one. True, but it would help if you could take a look at it. It might be dead to my eyes, but only faking it to your eyes. I see, well, let's take a look. The student council president leaves with a male student. My thoughts have stopped at this sudden event. The guy with wrenches and spanners in his hands turns back as if remembering something. You're up early, Tosaka. And with that he leaves. Was that supposed to be a greeting? The student whom the president called Emiya leaves quickly. Emiya? That would be Emiya Shiro. Yeah, Shiro, right? From class 2-3. That's fine, but how can I put it? I just think it's hard to tell whether the guy who looks at home at home holding a wrench is useful or scary. Okay. It's 7:30 in the morning, but there's no one in class 2A. Well, I guess I'll study ahead. I sit at my desk and work on a few math problems. There's 30 minutes until homeroom. I guess I'll just be bored until my classmates arrive. Alright. Fourth period ends, and the noisy lunch break begins. Our school has a cafeteria, but half the students stay in the classroom. Actually, most of the students who stay are girls. The cafeteria food is rather roughly made, so girls tend to dislike it, and as a result... Hello? You're shaking. Tosaka-san, would you like to have lunch with us? Girls end up eating lunch together like this. Thank you, Agusa-san. But I'm afraid I'm eating out of the cafeteria today. I slept in this morning and I didn't have time to make lunch. Oh, I see. I'm sorry to invite you without realizing that. I guess I'm being a bother. Sagusa-san looks downcast as if apologizing. She's one of the calmest in a classroom full of calm students and a kind person who cares about me for some reason. I don't think so. It just happens that today it just happened that way today, so don't worry about it. Please ask me again tomorrow. I smile at her from the bottom of my heart. Oh yes, I guess even you sleep in from time to time. My smile must have relaxed her as she returns it with her own. Okay. Her smile is cute. Sugusa, Yuki-san isn't the most beautiful person, but her smile warms the heart of everyone around her. Yes, that's right. I try not to show it, but I actually sleep in quite often. I'm not in any clubs because I can't get up in the mornings. Sugusa-san's expression reveals her surprise. Her presence really relaxes me, but I can't just have fun talking. If I keep talking to people like this, I'm bound to reveal my true self. Well, I'm off to the cafeteria. Enjoy your lunch, Sagura-san. Yes, you too, Tosaka-san. We exchange a warm goodbye as she returns to a group of girls. It seems she's eating with, Makihidera-san and Himiuro-san. Why are there so many names? Are these all gonna be important characters? Oh yeah, Sagusa-san is the manager of the track team. Maki Itra and him Uro-san are the track team's hopefuls. Maki Ura is a friend I sometimes go winter shopping with, but I don't know him Uro-san that well. You rejected Yukichi. Didn't I tell you Tosaka wouldn't bring lunch? If you want to eat with her, you'll have to make her lunch too. Maki, can we go to the cafeteria too then? No way, there isn't enough room in the place for people who bring their own lunches, and if we did sit with Tosaka, the men's gazes would be annoying as hell. Like last vacation we went to hang out, but she's the only one who got any attention. Don't you just hate people who have to show off their beauty like that? Maki just speaks without thinking as girls surround Sagusa-san's desk. In contrast to her nasty mouth, she's a Japanese beauty who looks wonderful in a kimono. Makinoji, I think that's Toraku-san. Sam, I can hear you. In contrast to Maki Isa's loudness, Himuro is the cool, steady type. Sorry, Toraku-san heard that? She's really glaring at me. I don't think she's glaring at you really. She's a scary when she's smiling. Come on, take it easy, Toraku-san. It's us we're talking about, right? I bought you Teiyaki, remember? She waves her chopsticks, puffing out her cheeks. The knowledge that this girl's hobby is collecting wind chimes just shows that the world is far too complex. What? Her hobby is collecting wind chimes? Anyway, it's not good for Segura-san to keep watching this. She's panicking seeing Maki Idra continually talking bad about me. Don't worry, Segura-san. And Maki Idra, I'm the one who paid, and it was crepes, not Teiyaki. You should fix the habit of yours of changing the facts you remember, or I might have to reconsider things next time, okay? That smile is really scary. Maki Itra hides behind the lid of her lunchbox. Saying goodbye to the three of them, I leave the classroom. Okay. I shut the door behind me, and then... Man, come on, there's no big difference between crepes and teiyaki. They're both just sweets wrapped up. Maki Itra's words are one no girl should ever speak. Teiyaki and crepes are the same? Is she really a girl? All sweets the same to her? Perhaps she just has a very convenient taste buds. I can't tell a 500 yen crepe or a 80 yen teiyaki, but... Why you? I could have saved 420 yen if I just bought you teiyaki to begin with. The sound effects. Why am I getting mad about this? I guess I'm still tired from last night. The cafeteria would be too much effort, so I'll just get a drink and some bread and eat on the roof. Alright. I thought roofs are usually locked though, so how are you gonna eat on there? Oh, okay. It's not locked. Very unsafe. It is barriers, I guess, but whatever. I buy lunch and head for the empty roof. It's convenient. It's a convenient location as no students would come near it in wintertime. It's too cold to eat, but there's a small price to pay for being able to eat without worrying about other people. Well, lunch comes first. What's a small price? Seagulls or something? Seagulls. Birds or something trying to eat your food. I start on my tomato sandwich and hot lemon drink. It's a simple lunch, but the taste is much improved in this peace and quiet. Phew. I finished my sandwich and my hot lemon drink. I'm a bit tired. It's a difficult balance being a good student while trying not to be too social. It's my vanity, my conviction that I must be number one both academically and physically. If I am to be a student, I want to be the best, and it's unthinkable for me to dishonor the Tosaka name. So that's why I'm a perfect student, flawless in all aspects. At the same time, I also have a dangerous job as a magus, so I shouldn't associate with normal people. Normally, any magus whose identity is discovered has no choice but to eliminate the witness. I don't want to do that, so inevitably my social life has become a shallow one. I only hang out with Maki Hidra on weekends, and I try to refuse invitations from funny people like Sagusa-san. Even though I'm the best honest student in the school, I live trying not to become too important to anyone. Though sometimes when I'm tired like this, it makes me think that this life is rather boring. Oh, it's time already. I finished my hot lemon drink and stand up. I should stop drowning in sentimentality and go back to the usual Tosaka Rin once I go down the stairs. Alright. Hi, guy. Home is about to end. Those of you on day duty finish the daily report and check the locks. Those of you without club activities are to go home quickly. 2A4's 2A's homeroom teacher exits as repeating the usual line. As far as I know, the sign hasn't changed all year. Tosaka, you're going home already? Yes, there was an event with Mateo-kun this morning, so I'm heading home before it becomes a bother. Haha, I thought so. Mateo was in a bad mood this morning, so I thought you must have given him a hard time. I see, did I cause you any trouble? Suzuki? Not Suzuki. Suzuri, san? Not at all. It's normal for, Mato to, torment the younger students, and I think that, kind of thing will be a good mental training for him. I see, that's good. Well, I'll make up for it some other time. Alright, don't be put off and come by again. Ba ba da da da. I head straight home. It's not like I don't have any business with the archery club or the student council, but I haven't had enough free time for them these past few days. Once I leave school, Tosaka Rin is no longer a student. The rest of the day is not for myself as a student. Instead, I must become a magus for the Tosaka family. Okay. Back at my house, I'm greeted by the blinking lights on my answering machine. It's unusual for me to get any messages. It was just as I thought. It's you, Kiri. I already know what he's going to say, but he'll be scary later if I don't listen. When I press the play button, I hear a familiar voice. It's me, I'm sure you know, but tomorrow is the deadline, Vin. It's a problem for me if you take it easy. There are only 2 remaining seats. I must ensure all the masters are arranged quickly. This, priest shows no mercy when he gets right to the point. If you wish to abandon your right to become a master, contact me today. It takes some time to dispatch a substitute magus. So is the other guy also a magus? Cause it said in the beginning that he was a master of Saber. Is that her name? King Arthur. Saber. Does she have another name? I don't know. It takes some time to dispatch a substitute magus. Elias, someone like you would be able to arrange a substitute in no time. You already shown signs of the command spell. Quickly summon your servant and open the command spell. Unless, of course, you're not planning to be a part of this Holy Grail war. If you value your life, you should run to the church quickly. Command spell. The message ends there. His words are, concise. He's telling me that if I am to fight, I should get ready by today, and if I'm not going to fight him, an ice sword should just retire quickly. Heh. You don't have to tell me that. Well, it can't be helped. Today is as late as the deadline can be extended. Fortunately, I was able to decode Father's will last night. My preparations are ready. All that remains is yet to obtain the qualifications to enter this fight. The Holy Grail War. A fight to the death for the one and only Holy Grail. A ritual of the Holy Grail passed down for 100 years, huh? The magi who participate in the Holy Grail War are called Masters. This is not so much a rank, rather it indicates one who is in control. The requirements to enter the Holy Grail War is to summon a familiar called a servant and to form a contract with it. No matter how great a magus a person is, one is not considered a master until he has a servant under him. Servants are beings very different from normal familiars. The method of summoning and controlling them are different as well. A magus planning to enter the Holy Grail War usually prepares a catalyst to summon one, but really, I wish Father could have left me something with a connection to Saber. I don't have anything with any connection. I can summon a servant. If I wanted to, I could summon one right now and form a contract with it. The town's sacred grounds is under our jurisdiction. As a daughter of the Tosaka family, which has protected this town through the generations, I will not lose a magi to a magi from elsewhere. What is this? Beep. Beep. But that said, I guess you can't go out to a sea without a compass. Or perhaps I could say things are completely unplanned. Oh, was this always here? At the end of the thingy? I know it's different here. I wonder what these symbols mean. Servants are attracted to symbols. If you want to summon a strong servant, you need something that has a connection to that servant. In other words, a sword, armor, talisman, bone of that servant, or something like that. Something valuable beyond belief. I was hoping that there would be something like that in Father's will, but no. This is a great trump card too, but still. I see, so this blue one is the same thing, and the green one is the text starting from the beginning again. The pendant I found, so it wipes and starts from the beginning. The pendant I found last night in the basement is one of the best artifacts in this class. In a way, it's great in its own way. It's great, but it won't help me summon my servant. Huh? It's fine, I can do it without help from that sort of thing after all. There can't exist any master capable of handling Saber other than myself. Huh, is that so? No, right, I've decided. I don't want to make Kiri complain anymore by postponing it any longer. And it's not like me to wait until the last second. It'll come down to just trying it. I'll face the summoning tonight with full power and obtain Saber by force. Door's closed. Late at night, the clock is about to strike 2. This is the best time frame for my magical energy. The peak of my magical energy is at exactly 2 in the morning. Since this will be my first and last chance, I can't afford any mistakes. Withdrawal within elimination, engrave 4 areas and surround with a summoning circle, right? Huh? I engraved the circle onto the floor of the basement. You don't need a large-scale summoning to summon the servant. Servants are called forth by the Holy Grail. As the Master's priority is to keep the servant in this world and supply them with enough magical energy to subsistate, the Holy Grail takes care of the summoning. Alright. It is that girl. I was right. Bear and silver and iron, stone for foundation, and the Grand Ducal contract. My great master Sri Wenog for the ancestor. A wall for the descending winds. The 4 gates shall close and come out the crown. Let the 3 forked roads to the kingdom cycle. Still, I continue with the greatest concentration. I draw the magical circle normally written in blood with my melted jewels. I'm using half the jewels I've saved up, so I can't fail for financial reasons too. Enclose, 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 enclose. 5 times for each repetition. Just destroy the enclosed time. It's almost 2 in the morning. Completing the magical circle passed down through the to Osaka family, I face it with all my power. And Fang. I flipped the formless switch inside me. I felt a sensation as if contents of my body are being exchanged. The usual nerves invert into circuits transmitting magical energy. From this point, Tono Sakarin is not human. I shall become a tool to attain mystic power. I am melting from my fingertips. Now I am being filled from my fingertips. The mana I am taking is so concentrated that the original cells of my body are being repainted. So being filled is the same as being destroyed. Is this really painful? It sounds painful. The power that fills me is pure magical energy from the air. It is being absorbed by my body, which has become a circuit and transformed into a different form of magical energy. The body of a magus is nothing more than a circuit. You don't seem to be in pain, but I think you should be. A circuit to connect the spiritual and the real. Recall the result of this, the many mystic occurrences. It has made real magic. My body is burning hot. An illusion of myself grows horns. An illusion of wings growing out of my back. An illusion of scales forming on my hands. A sensation of being in water. I start to sweat. I stab, stab, stab. Swords are driven into my body. This is the pain caused by my human body rejecting itself as the magic circuit. No matter how great and majestic you are, a human is a human. The pain will result as long as people use magic in a human body. But I do not loosen my circulation. At the end of this pain, on the verge of elimination, lies the place of connection. A pain running through my left arm. The magic crest starts up on its own to help me, and as a result, violates my nerves even more. The harvested mana in my blood, if that is burning iron, then the magic crest itself is like a nerve made of thorns. It runs through my body like a centipede with fangs. I lose myself within that pain, and at the same time I feel that I have reached my goal. My overly sensitive hearing keeps recognizing the sound of the clock in the living room. 10 more seconds until 2 in the morning. The power within me is perfect and flawless. I announce, let's start. I take the mana I've absorbed and turn it into a fixed magical energy, and now I have only to empty out the mana within me to move the energy called the magic circle. Called the summoning circle, not the magic circle. I announce, thy body shall be under my command. My fate shall be determined by thy sword. Follow the name of the Holy Grail. If thou wouldn't obey this mind and this reason, then answer my call. My vision closes. The fifth element, said to be unperceivable by human eyes, is before me, so in fear of being broken by it, vision shuts itself down. Make an oath here. I am the one who shall become the virtue of all afterworld. I am the one who shall lay out the evil of all afterworld. Thou art 7 heavens clad in the 3 great words. Emerge from the ring of control, guardian of balance. Perfect. It's so perfect I feel I'm tugging on a whale with a fishing rod. Perfect, I've drawn the strongest card for sure. Just I can't wait for my vision to return. My vision should recover in a matter of seconds and there will be the summoned servant right in front of me. No one's there. It got summoned to me instead, somehow. Nothing. Huh? Nothing is nothing. There is no change. I've raged out that much either and nothing has formed. And on top of that, I hear an explosion from the living room. Why? I run. I keep running without thinking. I run up the basement stairs into the living room. The door's broken. The living room door's crooked. There's no point in returning the handle. The door doesn't open, even as I push and pull it. Geez, you're in my way. With a crash, I kick through the door into the living room. And the instant I walk into the living room, I understand everything. Is he you summoned? The living room is a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling, and there's only one man sitting on it cockily. Without a doubt, that is the cause of this mess. But there's one thing more important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away. Time. Having escaped destruction. That reminds me. If that's right, come to think of it, every clock in my house was an hour early today for some reason. In other words, it's 1 in the morning right now. There's actually 1 more hour until my magical energy is at its peak. I did it again. I can do most things just like everyone else, but I have one hereditary curse. That is to make the biggest mistakes at the most important times. What's done is done. I should reflect on my actions. I am mad at my own stupidity. Still, irritated, I glare at the man sitting there like he's important. So what are you? Those are your first words. I guess I've been called you a terrible master. The man in red gives an exaggerated shrug. Maybe I'm the most unlucky of all, he adds. I do declare, this man has a twisted personality. But this would be the servant. Since they call it a familiar, I thought it would something shapeless, but this is human-like. No, that's wrong. Just standing here, I can tell this thing has outrageous amounts of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. This is certainly an existence far beyond human, a ghost that has reached the level of spirit as a human. Hello, guy. I can't be overrun forever. Picture. That thing is mine, so I'll have to change my thinking from now on. Just to check, but you're my servant, right? That's what I would like to ask. Are you my master? This is the first time I've been summoned so roughly. So to be honest, I can't quite grasp the situation. This is the first time for me as well. I have to refuse that kind of question. I see, but when I was summoned, you were not in front of me. Explain to me what's going on. Really? Don't joke around and tell me you're like a newborn chick who can only determine your master when you open your eyes. The unknown servant frowns. It's a rather vague response, and I cannot tell if he's angry at my complaint or impressed at how correct I am. Well, anyway, what I'm asking is, you're my servant and no one else's, right? Until we can clarify this, I have an obligation to answer any other question. That's what you say after failing your summoning? In this case, I think there are other things you should say. There's something else. We have to clearly determine who's the master first. The servant raises his brow. Perhaps because it was an imperfect summoning, this guy isn't even trying to hide his dissatisfaction with me. So we have to determine who's master, huh? Your actions are full of mistakes, but it seems your mouth is rather better. Yes, I certainly agree with that opinion. Unless we make it clear who is stronger and who is weaker, it'll be hard to handle each other. The servant looks at me meaningfully as he lays on the rubble. Who's the weaker? Yes, I am the servant, so I'll accept this master-servant relationship. But that's only according to the contract, right? Who's superior, and if the other is worthy to fight alongside with, that's a different story. Well, are you a magus worthy to be my master, young lady? The servant grins. He smashes my house, and the attitude like he's a king makes me angry enough. But now he asks me if I'm worthy to be a master? I'm not asking for your opinions. All I'm asking is if you're my servant or not. I glare at him. I will not lose someone who looks down on me like this, frankly. I see. So you're saying such an obvious question is even worth answering. How courageous. Your spirit is that of a splendid master, but I said, don't get the order wrong. It's the duty of a summoner to confirm first. Now answer me. You're my servant, right? I step forward ready to attack depending on his answer. Geez, you're a stubborn young lady. We're not getting anywhere in this way. I guess it can't be helped. Let's say I am your servant. In that case, would you be my master? Just hypothetically. Of course, if you're my servant summoned by me, who else but me would be your master? I somehow cool my burning head and glare at this rude guy. Oh, I see. Let's suppose that's true. Then, where's the proof that you're my master? The servant talks nonsense and grinning. You must think I'll panic about this proof of master thing. Here, this is the proof that I'm your master, right? What's that? I show him the command spell on the back of my right hand. Don't think I don't know of anything. My father talked a lot about master, so I know about the command spell. Are you satisfied? Are you still going to complain? I thrust before him the proof that I'm a master. The servant in the rubble looks confused then. Man, are you serious, young lady? His face clouds with discontent. What do you mean, am I serious? I mean, that way of thinking, so you're a master if you have a command spell? A command spell is only a tool that governs a servant. Geez, you act like a master just because of that? What I wanted to see was, are you worthy for me to pledge my loyalty to? That's true, but you'd normally think of the command spell when talking about proof that one's a master. So what, I'm not fit to be a master then? I like that, but no go. Since you have the command spell, it seems you are my summoner. It's unbelievable, but it seems you really are my master. He gives an exaggerated shrug of his shoulders. This is bad. My boiling point is so low, it seems I won't be able to cool down in time. I'm not happy, but I'll accept it. You're my master from now on, but I have conditions as well. From now on, I'll ignore your opinions. I'll decide how to fight and will follow my plans. This is the best I'll compromise on. You don't mind that, right, young lady? Wow. I think this is it, father. I'm almost at my limit. I see you accept unhappily, but what do you mean about ignoring my opinions? You're my servant, right? Ask him in a trembling voice just in case. There's the issue of the command spell too, so this is my last warning. The biggest compromise I can make. And to that, yeah, in name only, so formally I'll obey you, but I'm the one doing the fighting. You can hide in the basement here and stay there until the Holy Grail will end. That way, even an inexperienced person like you should make it out alive. He tells me he has no hope for me, with eyes full of disdain. Are you angry? No, I'll respect your position, of course. I am calling to help. I'm called to help my master win after all. My victory is yours, and I shall give you everything that I earn in this fight. You shouldn't have any complaints about that, right? You wouldn't be able to use the command spell anyway. Well, you can leave the rest to me. You just worry about your own safety. I'm pissed. Fine, if you say that, I'll use it. Angav, there's no holding back now. I have no sympathy for a twisted guy like him. What? You're not exactly what you're thinking, you rude scum. Vertag and Nua Negal, and Nua's Gitas, and Nua's Vebech. I announced the command spell by the order of the Holy Grail, given the law of the obedience to this one my servant. You idiot! Wait, are you insane, Master? Who would use the command spell for something like this? Shut up! Look, you're my servant. You have to obey every last single one of my commands, okay? What? The symbol on my right hand throbs. The 3 command spells. The essence of the Holy Grail War. The 3 claims to the servant's unconditional obedience is now used. Are you not thinking? Using the command spell for such a general thing. It's too late now. First of all, I wasn't expecting this either. I hate myself so much I want to die. I go ahead and use the important command spell for something like this. If you ask for his total obedience, I think this seems like a pretty good use since he seemed like a pretty hard guy to work with. I don't think that's a bad thing. Don't ask me to really ask for a command spell anyway. So, leaving the ruined living room behind, we move to my room. In front of me is a servant who should be absolutely obedient for my command spell. He's there, but I see, I understand your personality now, Master. How exactly is this absolutely obedient? Who knows? Just to make sure, do you understand how important the command spell is, Master? I know. It's the right given to your servants. It's the right to give your servant 3 rules, right? What about it? Geez, look, the command spell forces the servant to act according to an order. It doesn't really stop their action, it strengthens their actions as well. Oh, so it's like good for attacking as well. For example, I can't actually teleport to go somewhere far away, but if you command me to go using your command spell, then assuming we have enough magical energy, such a things become possible. This is what it meant by unconditional obedience. It is the crystallizations of a greater magic that allows the servant to surpass limits of their ability. Even they cannot control. Well, only 2 now. I know that is fine, but we still have 2, and the order I gave you isn't useless either. Man, this was certainly a miscalculation on my part. The command spell works poorly on broad orders. For broad and long-lasting orders, like protect me through this, or win this battle, the power of the command spell weakened. The force will last a long time, but since the associated pain is weak, some stones will be able to disobey. In contrast, a simple order like deliver the next blow with all your power or don't break that glass is absolute, and even the most powerful servants will find it hard to disobey. So I think you can guess what I like to say, Master. I get the idea, so you're saying a long-lasting order is meaningless, right? If the effect is weak, servants can't act against it. It's better to make a single absolute order than to give weak ones, right? Right, basically the command spell is a way to bring about a miracle beyond our abilities. Stupidly, using it for orders that can be achieved by other means is unforgivable. The command spell you just used is exactly that. Whether or not I'll obey you is something that we could have solved by discussion. Even with a command, something like obeying my every complete order is beyond even 100 command spells. So the command spell I just used was meaningless? No, normally the answer would be yes, but it seems that your abilities as a mage are on a completely different level. Is he happy or unhappy? The servant has a smile on his face as he sighs. On a completely different level, you mean? Hey, you tell me honestly your condition right now. I have a gut feeling, so I ask him boldly. Yeah, that's what I mean by miscalculation. The command spell should have only changed my attitude to, well, I'll respect my master's opinion slightly. But right now I feel a strong bind from your words. If I disagree with you, let's see. It seems like I drop a rank. In other words, it's like my body feels heavy when I go against your will. The servant shrugged his shoulders as if to say it's a pain. So, that means the command spell wasn't meaningless and it worked in my favor. But this guy speaks as sarcastically as always, and it doesn't seem like he's any weaker at all. Though, even if he is weakened and when going against me, I doubt even 10 of me could take him on. Let me take it back what I said before, Master. You are young, but you are an outstanding magus. It was my mistake to patronize you and try to keep you out of the battle. I apologize for my rudeness. He adjusts his stance and bows his head politely. Hey, stop it. We argued a lot, but they say both sides are usually at fault at this kind of thing. I see, I'm glad you understand. You changed your tune quickly. Well, it was a miscalculation, but not an unwelcome one. If you're this talented, I have no obligation Objections to your involvement in this battle, huh? He seems to be saying he's found a powerful master, so you accept me as the master even without the command spell? Of course, I wasn't clear back then, as I was just summoned, but we're completely connected now. If you're really a magus, you should be able to feel the connection from the contract. Contract? Now that he mentions it, my body does feel strange. It feels like the nerves once curls within me are now pointing outwards, and on top of that, part of my magical energy is flowing into the man in front of me. I see, servants are called by the Holy Grail, but what keeps them in this world is, right, the power of the Master. Servants stay in this world by receiving magical power from their masters. The magical energy you use supply is sufficient. There might be problems with your experience, but your ability is outstanding. I know a magus would pass out after summoning a servant, but you're full of energy. The command spell earlier and the amount of magical energy, you're definitely a first-class master. Hey, praising me now won't do any good. A bit embarrassed, I inverted my gaze. I wasn't really expecting this. I'm forcing him to obey with the command spell, but for a servant, a superior being, to completely accept that as I'm his master. So, which servant are you? I collect myself and finally get to the point. You can't talk for my appearance, huh? Excellent. No, I was just mistaken before. This guy's certainly making fun of me. Alright, this is a question from your master. You're not a saber, are you? I'm sorry, but I don't have a sword. As I suspected. This is natural, though I mistook the time. The summoning circle didn't work, and I even summoned the servant to the wrong place. It was all too clumsy to call Saber the strongest servant. What a blunder, using that many jewels and not calling Saber. It's too appealing to face. So Saber's a class? Oh, okay. I thought they were just called that, but okay. I'm sorry I'm not Saber. Well, it was my mistake and I regret it, but it's my fault, so... Yes, Archer isn't too flashy, I know. Alright, I'll make you regret your abuse later on, and I won't accept any apologies when that time comes. Huh? This is unexpected. The unknown servant seemed disappointed about my fixation on Saber. What? Did I get on your nerves, Archer? Yes, you did. Keep your eyes open, as I will definitely show you how lucky you are. Archer protests with narrow eyes. The air he carries is offensive, but his behavior seems childlike and pure. You know, he might be a pretty good guy. Alright then, be sure you make me regret it later on, Archer. If you do, I'll honestly apologize. Yeah, and don't you forget it, Master. Know how great the one you summoned is and be grateful. Though even if you do apologize, then I probably won't be satisfied. Archer grins again. Huh, maybe he does have a twisted personality after all. Well, fine. Leaving that aside, which heroic spirit are you? Archer doesn't answer. His sarcastic tone disappears and he frowns seriously. Archer, your master is asking you a question. That's a secret, huh? I can't answer the question of who I am because... Hold on, if it's a stupid reason, I'll be pissed. It's... Oh, that face again. Archer makes a really troubled face as he opens his mouth like he'd rather not say anything. It's because I don't know myself. Wait, what was that? What? Are you making fun of me? I didn't mean to insult you, Master. But... that is, what you get for your failed summoning. It seems my memory is confused and I know who I am, but things like my name and origin are a bit vague. Well, they're trivial things to be missing, so we shouldn't worry about it. Don't worry about it, of course I'm worried about it. If I don't know which heroic spirit you are, I can't tell how strong you are. Oh, that's no problem. It's a trivial matter. Trivial, as you say. How can I make a plan if I don't know how strong my partner is? There's no way we can fight like this. What are you saying? I'm a servant you summoned. Naturally, I'm the strongest. Straightforwardly. The knight in red is looking at me with absolute confidence and trust. What? My thoughts freeze. There's no dishonesty in the Archer's words. He thinks more highly of my power than I do, even though we only just met. My face is burning. Jeez, I'm definitely blushing. Why am I so weak against unexpected things? Well, fine. I'll make no difference that no one will know your true identity. Then... they do say that to fool your enemies, you must fool your allies. I say this to hide my embarrassment, looking away from the Archer. Well, I can find out later how good of a servant he is. For now, I have a higher priority. Alright, I shall not question you and your true identity from now on. So Archer, here's your first task. What is it? Ready? You are aggressive. So he was our enemy. As he's asking, I threw a dustpan and broom in front of him. Huh? Clean the room downstairs, please. You made that mess, so be responsible and clean this place up. He stands there blankly for 10 seconds. After recovering his thoughts, he grabs the broom, ready to make an objection. Hold on, just what do you think a servant is? Familiar, right? He's a bit, insolent, he's difficult to control. Archer follows his words. I didn't intend to take back my words, and I do have a trump card. Objections? I refuse such order. Really? This is an order as a master. Doesn't your body feel heavy when you go against your master's wishes? Ugh. Well, I'm sure it's nothing to you, but the penalty would continue until you clean up the living room. Won't it be dangerous to fight in such a condition from tomorrow? Ugh. He goes for a few seconds, catching the broom. The servant in the red coat, Archer closes his eyes in dismay. Understood. Damn you, master. He acknowledges my request gracefully. Well, it's getting late, so I should rest for tonight. I can decide about how to treat him after I wake up. Okay. The day of fate comes to a close. No, this night is the start of fate. There are 6, including myself now. Once the last one summons a servant, the 7th one, who is not yet a master, this holy grail will can commence. It's not far ahead. The battle I've waited 10 years for is about to commence. 2-1. Okay, that's like the next day, right? Okay. Alright, sure. I'll save. Oh wow, there's a lot of slots. Oh my, 15? Okay. Save. How does saving look like anyway? Okay. Now quit. And yeah, that should be it, so bye bye.